Hello there ladies and gentlemen and welcome. My name is Prophet and today I'll just be talking to you guys a bit about I'm just redoing what I did last video, just a bit better I guess. So um, first I'm going to be saying that a lot of people have very large misconceptions about support. As a first, the way that a lot of people, what I see a lot of people do is that they say support is an early game role. What you're going to be doing is that you're going to make sure that you win the lane and that your AD carry gets fed. That's your entire job, and then late game, whatever. And what we see then is that a lot of people who do stuff like AP Lux, AP Nidalee as supports, and these champions are not at all bad champions when it comes to the support role. But what actually happens is that you're gonna really have AP carries with the thought of, like, for example, Nidalee saying, okay, I'm gonna build AP, I'm gonna have tons of damage through my spears, I'm gonna be able to heal and so forth, my traps will do damage so for like the late game, mid game. But what actually happens is that they do not have sufficient gold to build that full AP, but yet they are building towards it, and not always, they don't always build Sightstone, Philosopher or whatever, and then they're gonna be behind. It's gonna be like having an AP carry without really any items. And then you're sort of having a useless champion that does not really deal damage, is not really tanky, and does not have the utility / the support capabilities through items either. It's sort of, what are you trying to do? So that is the first mistake there. That we see a lot of people actually do. And support is so much more than just the early game. You have late game, you have the team fights, you have saving your team, allies, whatever. There is a lot of things that you can do throughout the game, which is important for a support that you don't always see people actually do. Okay, cool. So the second misconception is that how is really a support supposed to carry? The way a lot of people think is that, okay, the only way that I'm really going to be able to carry this is by pumping out a lot of damage and just 100% making sure that my AD carry get all the kills. Yeah, I mean, not at all, that's not a bad thing. But what I do want to say is that the support role is so much more than that. So let's just start. I'm just gonna have that in mind while we continue into this game. So here for the bot lane, we're gonna be watching Caitlyn and myself being fucking Lulu. Sorry about that. Gonna be Lulu and Caitlyn up against not Udyr, his jungle, but it's gonna be up against Ashe and Blitzcrank. So the thing that I was mentioning earlier was that the support role does not mean that you need to give everything to your AD carry, because pretty much, if we were to use mature language, the support is sort of like, he's the pimp of the bot lane, and then the AD carry is your bitch. The AD carry is supposed to do whatever you ask for, and it's just gonna like suck up to you so hard and gonna jerk you off so much that you don't even know what's gonna happen. Because in general, that's what really the entire bot lane is about. Because up to like level 12, the entire bot lane is really driven by the support due to their utility / damage and the way that they are working the lane towards zoning and whatnot. Let's do a good example by saying a perfect and Draven player can pretty much beat any other AD carry in lane without problem. The AD carry can't do anything. And then it all comes down to if his support is, or the enemy support is good. Meaning that the only thing that can really change a Draven game from being a dominant and easy win lane is if the enemy support does a really good job at, for example, disengaging, poking, whatever. So here we're just gonna see me trying to get him some nice poke here, and right now we can see that I'm out of position. But then again, I'm forcing the enemy support and AD carry to be in a bit of our spot themselves. And here gets the hook. But this is something important, okay? We're out of position a bit, but I know that without Ash's early game crit, they will not really have that tons of damage. So what will we see? I get a Q off here, missing because I'm a retard. But hey, they don't have that extreme amount of damage. I just get off my exhaust and says, Caitlyn, yeah, go for the focus. Caitlyn goes for the focus, and I turn after flashing away, and then just go for the Q. My AoE gets two of them, gets the trap as well, brings her down. Right now, Blitz is aiming. Blitz's aim is at Caitlyn. What that means is that he is focusing on trying to damage and kill Caitlyn. What that leaves me with the possibility to actually deal damage towards him, because he will not do damage towards me. So I just poke him. We just kite a bit, and both of us deal poke damage here. He flashes away, both of them are really low, and I just say, you know what, okay, let me just Q this, easy mode, getting that double kill. Ash goes in for the kill here at Caitlyn, but not even able to, because we're support, we have AoE, our level 1 is stronger than enemy level 1. Of course, that was a very close situation. I will, at the end of the video, I'll put in another level 1 fight that we just have better mechanics, so that we win that. So here we're just gonna clean up the wave here. I thought we were gonna push, but didn't seem like she didn't really want to do that. So right now we are up ahead, and you can say that, yeah, Lulu got both the kills, that is bad, but is it really? The thing is that yes, you sort of want to make sure that your AD carry get fed, but early game if the support get a lot of gold, meaning that you're not gonna have tons of damage, but what you're gonna do is that you're gonna have an easier time zoning them. Because you will, for example, have more items, you'll be further ahead, and you can secure your spot as a sort of early game win lane. For example, your zoning, if you're building damage, your zoning might be easier. Perhaps you will have more poke and so forth. And of course, I mean, Caitlyn still got double assist, so that is definitely not a bad thing. Okay, for top lane here, Aatrox just got caught here it seems, but hey, he's able to use his jump and flash to get away. He gets the slow of neuter and the pimp schmack bro, just have to get the heck out there. You saw that? How I did not cuss? And here Annie is trying to fight. Ken here has a lot of higher burst. Ken misses his Shiryuken and ends up with a bad trade for him. Annie is getting low on mana though, so that might be a bit bad for her. Anyway. So now as Lulu, I'm just going to be trying to work on the zoning and sort of poking. Each time that you see that Ash wants to do some sort of farm here, just like that, was going for the cannon minion, she had a choice. Either she had to attack us, or she had to go for the minion. Right now, every time she goes for the CS, I'm just poking back, or at least trying to. It's not as easy as it may sound, but hey, it's an important tip, and you can deal so much damage over time by simply doing that. And here we go, just like that, easy mode. So right now they are getting zoned quite a bit here. This farm 12-13 difference being pretty nice, and Kennen being forced out of lane here by Annie. Annie have pretty much the second highest after Syndra, I think, a burst at level 6, so that is pretty good for her. And now does a poke there, sees that she's low. We're gonna rewind this. I actually don't think I'm gonna die there. So here I'm like, okay, yeah, I can just continue poke her like this, and if she wants to farm, well then she has to go into my poke. Here we bring it on the tower. I know that okay, she's gonna end up trying to farm because of course she feels safe now that she's under turret. What do I see? This is a bad spot for your AD carry to be. What is this? I mean, I have fully open possibilities here. Go for the poke there. Knows that okay, right now whatever happens, I will get the kill if I'm hooked or not, or I might not. I don't know, my Q will kill her alone. But here, steps on the trap there. Caitlyn gets it, and we're safe. Voila, get out in peace. Peace out, yo. So even if I had not got, as I did not Q that, but I mean that did not really matter because of course the trap was there, and if the trap has not been there, my Q would have killed her anyway. So right now we have Pimp Schmack Uther going for a gank here, but that does not really matter. Caitlyn has the possibility to escape if she wants to. Hook would not really be a problem because of all the minions, blah 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 blah. So Aatrox just doing his daily job here top lane, having that 2-0 against Shen. Being, of course, one of the largest fracking lane bullies in the world. Pretty cool. He's basically a new Tryndamere, which is kind of cool. Tryndamere's a cool champion, and yeah. So here we go, Sejuani. Sejuani has great ganks, of course, used due to her high CC stuns and slows and whatnot. Here we go, just bam, boom, schmack, schmack. I'm probably gonna pick up that kill. Yeah, easy mode. Pimp schmack, there goes for the stun. But hey, in target pool, it's always cool to be, right? Probably gonna die. Yep, easy. So here we see them, they're both low. Oh, Caitlyn chat, flash, boom, dead bitch. What's he gonna do? And here, boom. Another kill for the bot lane here. We're just cleaning it up. And what do? I just say, let's just take a, actually, let's take a look at that entire, so here they are. Blitzcrank did not return after last time, so it's sort of half low. Does not really matter. I just say, okay, here we have Caitlyn, have the speed, goes for the sort of cleanup here. I just know that, okay, I'm gonna zone them, like she can farm, like what the heck is this? This is something that you see a lot of, when you see the enemy AD carries out of position, you want to poke them. You want to make sure that they get back in place because you are the dominant person here in this lane. And here we go, flash, boom, dead, and boom, dead. Some of the most important thing about support is that you always want to note when the enemy is out of position. By knowing your own ranges as in general. So if you just know generally like your champion's range in general, just I said a word many times, I'm sorry. So just know your range, know how your character works, how your AD carry works, and sort of the mechanics that you can really perform. And then you say, okay, the enemy is out of position right now. We have, for example, more damage. I have a possibility to escape if necessary. So you just say, okay, I'm gonna poke him or her, deal damage, get out of here. But in that case it was not necessary, we did a lot of damage there, I did poke. Okay, so yeah, that free damage was, sorry about the clipping there, I did miss recording there, but it's okay. So I just went over on the turret, that gave her some poke, used my shield, free trade, good job. And now she's out of position. She thinks that she is safe nearby the tower, but really when she goes up to farm, you want to punish that. You want to see their mistakes and really just say, okay, you're not allowed to do this. So we go for the tower here. We're like, okay, you know, I want to do some trades here. That does not matter. They just end up backing up, and we just get the free farm here. Does not matter. The thing about this is that we are so far ahead right now in the farm that is pretty much my job. So even though I got those early kill, we're still just being able to snowball due to that because I'm getting strong. A strong support early on really gives you the possibility to snowball easy. Of course, the high AD, the way I think about it is pretty much, okay, my AD carry is fed. That's my long-term goal. Make sure that your AD carry is stronger than your enemy AD carry. Now, in reality, the way I do that is saying, okay, you know, if I get fed, that's why I'm playing very, very, very aggressive. You can see I'm doing a lot of flash kills. I'm gonna do it soon as well. I'm just saying that, okay, you know, if I get really strong and really fed, then I can give an easier time. The barrier was popped there and damage to Blitzcrank is really good. I see that and I know that, okay, you know, I'm pinging, I'm saying, you dude, we're gonna do this, and saying, okay, doesn't matter, I'm pulled, whatever. You see, I get the shutdown, doesn't matter, was worth, because AD carrier for supports, Ashe didn't even get the assist there, as Ashe is 0-4, 2-0-3, and I, of course, being 4-1-2, doesn't matter. I got gold, I'm strong right now, and the thing is that if you check my items towards Blitzcrank's item, you can see that, okay, yeah, he got Philosophers and Boots, and I got sort of fracking triple item here. Yeah, the triple item just went down. And a pink. By the way, you can buy more pinks, and you can just make the laning phase really easy for your team. And that is something that you really need to note here. Caitlyn being a bit misplayed there, was able to flash. I actually pinged her the entire fight there to actually do fight. Some very nice outplaying there, but still. As soon as she got stunned, she could pretty much just go out of the turret range and then start auto-attacking back there because, well, she has higher damage right now anyway. I mean, she had the Bloodthirster and whatnot, or I'm pretty sure she had Bloodthirster, I didn't see. Okay, so I'm just walking around saying, you know, I want this place warded. So a bit edgy play here. I saw Kennen earlier and I'm like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna try to do some baiting here because I know that Annie is fed. You want to create plays for your team. Look at this, like, oh, I'm low, but no, I have my ultimate. So, boom, easy mode, getting off the damage, getting off the Q-defying there, goes down, no problem at all. Ash really wants me. I'm able to flash away there, and boom, easy pickup for Annie here. Yeah, boom, no problem at all. So you see that I'm just went balls to the walls, knowing, okay, this is dangerous. Ash is there, Kennen is there, but doesn't matter. I have precautions. I have done precautions. I have checked that my ultimate is up and everything. And it's important to make plays when you think that you're able to. Here we are just making some plays here on the top lane. Doesn't really matter if our guys are trading negative. Yeah, they're sort of doing half-hours. That doesn't really matter. So right now I'm just gonna do here, just saying, you know, you're not allowed to push my turret, taking a lot of free damage there from the minions, not my bad. Here I sort of misused my abilities, so I did not really catch up with her. Doesn't matter though. Our turret was saved, and I'm able to get a few of these minions. Now, of course, this is a very weird example because our entire team is sort of winning, kind of lame. But if you think about it, a lot of those kills are from the bot lane as well, though. Of course, yeah, pretty much everyone has done well. Doesn't matter, it's a good example anyway. So right now, I want to make sure that Kennen does not really get her. We stand a bit too long in the ultimate, doesn't matter though, miss with my stuff, but it's okay because, yeah, I made sure that she was alive. And here, wants to follow up, but can't really do that. I have slows, but no mana right now. Oh well, I just give the speed boost. Nice pickup here. And ultimate. So in general, what you want to do is that if you didn't, by getting early kills, you will get fed, you will get a bit strong, you might be up level-wise, and therefore have that extra base damage, for example. But if you when you start falling off, because most supports will start falling off late game like Lulu does, her AP scalings are bad, but your utility is high. So that means that what you want to do is that early mid game you'll have quite a lot of damage, but then later on you would like to peel for your AD carry. Peeling is some of the most important thing about being a support. Of course, this only works if you actually notice that your AD carry has decent mechanics. Most people who main AD carry or play it a lot have enough for you to be able to peel for them. If you have exhaust, if you are, for example, Lulu in my example, because I love Lulu and my Lulu is pretty much the support I main at the moment because I find her easy to carry with. Here, boom, ultimate, knocks up there, giving an easy kill for our team, picks up that one. Aatrox might want to get this, looks like the old flash, but does not really matter. I mean, we just gave some easy kills there, made sure that Sejuani also stayed alive. You want to make sure that your team stay alive because they are pretty much the key to your victory. Because you are, as a support, I'll just go back to this as I mentioned earlier, pre-video. So yeah, now the game is pretty much over. Anyway, so in the pre, I talked about another misconception which a lot of people have, and that is the way you're supposed to carry as a support. And what some people think is that all they have to do early game is to make sure that their AD carry is sort of fed. And yeah, to some extent, but that does not really matter. That is not really the entire job that you have. As a support, that means that you're going to support the entire team. It's not like playing, I don't know, medic in, for example, Battlefield, whatever, and you run around after these two assault people and you just heal them. That does not mean you're still supposed to heal and help everyone at the team when you meet them, right? You're not only supposed to follow those two people and only follow them. No. So by doing stuff, creating plays for your team, that is something of the most important thing for a support player. For example, Lulu, Thresh, Blitzcrank is a great example here. If he sees someone out of position, he could be like, yeah, hello there, little schoolgirl, I will just grab your ass. He just takes them, bring them, and say, let's molest this little bitch here. And then the team will gang rape the little girl and remove, for example, an AD carry if that's what he called. Probably a bad analogy there, but hey, it's the same principle, right? And I think that's something that people need to remember a lot. As a support, you're supposed to create plays. A lot of plays must be created, and it is not all about how you're doing lane. It's a lot. Remember, so many games can be. I've played countless of games here in Bronze where people are like, where we are 15, where we are like 0-15, and we're like getting owned. But our team comp is pretty decent, and I say, okay, here I get a slow, here AD carry, have the speed buff, you tank, have the shield, go in, and then we just run at, get the catch maybe, or maybe we dive in, I get the ulti, our diver, maybe our tank, get a 5-man knock up, get the CC, get the damage, AoE, get the shield off, and so forth, and suddenly you're turned entire fight. For example, just as a weird example, Blitzcrank with 40% cooldown, so if you have done sort of like high utility support, as I mentioned in my previous video, he can actually use his ultimate like 2 times throughout a team fight, which deals a lot of AoE damage. Like 250, is that level 1? Yeah, 250 level 1, and if you like have that and use that 2 times throughout a team fight as an AoE damage, that is pretty much for a support. So just keep that in mind. You're supposed to create plays, and that is some of the most important thing. As well as just keep poking throughout lane, keep zoning as well. Because right now, if you guys, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm just gonna move these two at the top here. What it actually says is 70, 130. That is a 60 farm lead. And if you check the gold count, we have 3.4 total K and 7.8. That is with the kills, of course, but that is because we have been able to, we were able to get those early kills, even though I got them. That gave me the possibility to zone. What did that do? Made sure that Ash got behind. Of course, getting the kills on top makes the shield falls even more behind. I did not do extremely well zoning here, but still, it's something, right? And you want to note that as well. You want to be doing some of that zoning yourself, because by zoning enemy AD carry, they will fall further and further behind, making sure that you get further and further ahead, which is pretty much the entire principle of the bot lane in general. So I hope that was something, and I hope that this made more sense because I didn't swear all the time. But hey, yeah, it's cool.